Okay, so let us quickly revise this formula. Let us revise those who have done. For that, it will be revision, and those who have not done, try to understand carefully how to do such problems. Okay, see, first of all, whenever people will ask you to find equivalent capacitance, they will always ask between two terminals. So that has to be mentioned. You cannot just simply give me capacitors and tell me to find equivalent capacitance. Like that, you cannot ask. You have to tell me between which points I have to find equivalent capacitance. Why like that? Because equivalent capacitance means what? If you put a battery between those 2 points, that battery should not know the difference. Matlab, whatever charge the battery was sending before, same charge the battery will send now also. So without saying between which points you want equivalent capacitance, there is no use. So whenever you will have to find equivalent capacitance, you please ask or see in the question paper between which points you have to find. In this question they have told between A and B. So imagine if I connect a battery here, let us say like this. Imagine, suppose I connect a battery like this. Then what will happen? This will become positively charged, right? And due to induction, this will become negatively charged, right? Similarly, this terminal will be positive, this side will be positively charged, and this is connected to negative terminal, so this will be negatively charged, and this will be also negatively charged here because it is connected to negative terminal, and due to induction, this will become positively charged. So this is how the charges will distribute. No need to draw these charges actually, but it is always nice to know how the charges are distributing. Yes or no? So once you know how the charges are distributing, look carefully. Look this plate. This plate. See, this is isolated. Isolated. Matlab it is not connected to any battery. This one. So the total charge of this must be 0. Before it was 0, now also it should be 0 according to conservation of charge. That is why you can see here, if this is minus, this must be plus. So now after you draw this, after you find the distribution of charge, it is very easy to see this will form one capacitor, this will form one capacitor, this will form one capacitor. So 3 capacitors will be there. Some of you were thinking why this and this will not form capacitor. How they will form capacitor? They are connected to same terminal. If they are connected to same terminal, it can never form capacitor. Capacitor means there should be potential difference between the plates. So if you join these two plates directly, how can there be potential difference? Yes or no? If you join directly means potential will be same. So please understand, this will form one capacitor, this will form one capacitor, this will form one capacitor. After you have understood how the charges will distribute, then what you do, you number the plates. So plate number 1, plate number 2, plate number 3, plate number 4. Right? We want equivalent between which points? A and B. This is your A and B. So this is your terminal A and here is your terminal B. Let us write like this. So these two will form one capacitor. A is connected to 2, plate number 2, and it will form one capacitor with 1. Correct now? So these two will form one capacitor. Similarly, 3, plate number 3 is connected to B. Plate number 3 is connected to B, and it will form capacitor with plate number 4. Plate number 4. And you can see plate number 1 and plate number 4 are connected by a wire. So are connected by a wire. You cannot write only these two, students. One more is there. These two will also form capacitor, right? This is connected to higher potential. This is connected to lower potential. So there will be potential difference. So these two will also form another capacitor. Meaning plate number 2 will form capacitor with which plate? 1 and 3. Similarly, plate number 3 will form capacitor with which plates? Plate number 2 and plate number 4. So you should draw one more which comes from terminal A, right? Plate number 2 should form capacitor with again plate number 3, which is connected to terminal B. So this is how the diagram should look. Okay, so this is what you should do. Once you have done this, now it is very easy. So now capacitance of this is C, this is C, this is C. So if you look carefully, these two are in what? These two are in series, no? If you go from this terminal to this terminal, there is no junction. There is no junction. So these two are in series. In series, what is the formula? C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. So it will be C into C, C into C, C plus C. That will give you C by 2. Right, students? So these two can be replaced by one capacitance whose value will be C by 2. Why C by 2? Because these two are in series. So apply the formula for series. Then there is one more capacitor here, C. Right? Now these two are in what? These two are in parallel. These two are in parallel. So total capacitance will be in parallel. What we do? We add the capacitance. So total capacitance will be C by 2 plus C. C by 2 plus C will be 3C by 2. Okay. So I hope everybody understood. Those who have done, very good. Those who have not done, please try to think. Okay. Done? Shall I rub it? Okay. Fine. So make sure you don't do the mistakes which you have done before. Today some very important concepts we are going to learn. Okay, so please concentrate nicely. Let us see exam corner. In my book it is 2.5. I don't know which in your book what it is. Exam corner 2.5. In yours how much it is? Can you tell me? 2.3 or 2.5? The next one. After the numerical section, the next exercise is, in mine it is exam corner 2.5. Okay. So whatever it is, exam corner you write, number here you can write. Then see the first question. 2.5, right? Okay. So the first question, listen carefully. It says two capacitors C1 and C2 are connected in series. So C1 and C2 are connected in series. Listen carefully, because based on all these concepts, I will be asking questions for the next PTE. You should be able to answer. Okay. So two capacitors C1, C2 are in series. Question is, what are the ratio of the charges on the capacitor and the ratio of voltage across the capacitor? So let us say here charge is Q1, here charge is Q2, and here voltage is V1, here voltage is V2. Which means they must have connected some battery here, right? Without connecting battery, how charges will come? So once you know they are in series, already I have explained, in series charges will be same. So charge on this capacitor must be equal to charge on this capacitor. Matlab ratio will be 1:1. So in series charges will be same. In series charges will be same. So even if you write Q1 here, Q2 here, see in this plate it will be minus Q1. In this plate it will be minus Q2. That we know already. So let us not worry about that. But in series, you know, charge on this capacitor and this capacitor should be same. So ratio should be 1:1. What about voltage ratio? How will the voltage, this voltage divide? So that is very simple. Since you know Q1 is equal to Q2, what is the formula for charge here? C1 into voltage. C1 into V1, right? All of you know the formula, Q equal to CV. Yes or no? So here the charge will be C1 V1 and here the charge will be C2 V2. That means the ratio of the voltage will be V1 by V2 will be ulta. C2 by C1. Ulta it will be. Okay. So voltage will divide in inverse ratio of capacitance. Voltage will divide in inverse ratio of capacitance. Of course, if capacitance was also same, C, If these two are also same, then in that case voltage also will be same. But generally capacitance may not be same. So in that case voltage will divide according to this ratio. Now suppose somebody will tell you find this voltage in terms of total voltage. Now you know total voltage, let me write here. Total voltage is what? This total voltage will be V1 plus V2. Already we know in series. This is extra, okay, extra. Right? Total voltage is V1 plus V2. Now, do you remember I have taught you already? If you know ratio and if you know sum, how many times I will tell you? If X by, okay, here Tejaswini will not be able to see. Okay, so look here. If X by Y is 2 by 3 and X plus Y, last time I will tell you, and X plus Y is 10, then how to find X? Directly, 2 fifth matlab total of these two, into sum of this, which is 10. So this will be your X, and Y will be 3/5 of total, which is 10. So try to remember this concept. It is very, very useful to do questions faster. Okay. So if you know ratio and sum, this is how you can find X and Y. So if somebody will say, find V1 and V2 in terms of total voltage, then see how I will do. Total voltage is V1 plus V2, and ratio of V1 by V2 is what I found, C2 by C1. Right? So in that case, what will be V1? C2 by total C1 plus C2 into total voltage, which is capital V. So this will be V1 in terms of V2. This will give you answer very fast. Similarly, V2 will be what? C1 by C1 plus C2 into V. Okay. So whenever you know ratio and you know sum, you can find V1, V2 by dividing this with the sum of these two into the total voltage. Okay. So try to remember this. You can simplify. If you are confused with this formula, cross multiply, substitute here, solve Madi, you will get these two answers. Okay. So this is the first. In the material, only this was asked. Okay. Ratio of charges and ratio of voltage. So please remember, in series, again I am saying, you have to write down somewhere. In series, voltage will divide in inverse ratio of capacitance. Inverse ratio of capacitance. Make a note quickly. Okay. Next one. Similar question, but now it is in parallel. So in the second question, they are saying two capacitors, second question, two capacitors C1 and C2 are connected in parallel. C1 and C2 are connected in parallel. Okay. So imagine you give some battery here, voltage is V. This will have some charge Q1, this will have some charge Q2. So question is, what is the ratio of the charges on the capacitor and the ratio of voltage? So in parallel, what remains same? Quickly tell me. In parallel, what remains same for the two capacitor? Voltage. That means if I say voltage here is V1, if I say voltage here is V2, both will be same and it will be equal to V. So ratio of voltage will be 1:1. Okay. And what about charges now? So charge here will be, Q1 will be C1 into V, and charge here will be C2 into V. Voltage will be same, remember. So if you take the ratio Q1 by Q2, this time what will you get? C1 by C2, C1 by C2, not C2 by C1. That means how the charges will divide? In direct ratio of capacitance. Don't say inverse ratio. So voltage will divide in inverse ratio, charge will divide in direct ratio. Okay. Now let us say somebody says find this Q1 or Q2 in terms of total charge. So you know some total charge will be coming from here, which will divide. So you know Q will be Q1 plus Q2, and you know Q1 by Q2 is what? C1 by C2. Just now I did. So how will you find Q1? Just now I told C1 divided by sum of these two into total charge. Total charge is Q. Similarly, Q2, this is extra, okay, extra. And Q2 will be what? C2 divided by C1 plus C2 into total charge. So these are the charges on the two capacitor in terms of total charge. Okay, students, make a note quickly. Done? Okay, fine. Diagram was not needed, but simply I made the diagram so that you can easily understand which are in series, which are in parallel. Third question of this exam corner is, how would you connect? Let me come this side. How would you connect two capacitors across a battery in series or parallel so that they store greater total energy? Can you tell me? So how you should connect the two capacitors? How you should connect two capacitors in series or parallel so that you can store total more energy? You can store greater energy. Some of you are answering. Okay. See, if one person says parallel, everybody should not say parallel. Okay. It doesn't mean the first person is right. He may be wrong also. She may be wrong also. But in India, it is like that. Okay. If somebody will run, everybody will run. Okay. But it is correct. The answer is correct. Why? Reason is very simple. See, energy stored is given by what formula? Half CV squared. Now you will say, why I used this formula? Why I cannot use this formula? This is also formula. Actually, this one we have derived. If you remember, this one was derived. Then I showed this is also this. Now try to understand why we should use this. Is because in the question it is understood that they are going to apply same battery to both the capacitor. Whether it is in series or in parallel, they are going to connect both. They are going to connect to both of them same battery. Of course, it is not mentioned directly in the question, but it is understood, okay, that the person who is going to connect the two capacitors in series or parallel is going to use same voltage. So since he is going to use same voltage, this formula is better to use because I know voltage will be same. So V will be same. So if voltage will be same, then it is very clear energy stored will be proportional to capacitance. So in parallel, when you use the two capacitors, total capacitance will be how much? C plus C, 2C. In series, if you use, total capacitance will be C by 2. Why C by 2? C into C divided by C plus C. So you can see in which case you get more capacitance. You get more capacitance in parallel. So if you put battery here and here, same battery, but okay, same battery. If you put battery here and battery here, it is understood that since the battery is same, this voltage will be same. So whichever will have more capacitance will store more energy. Okay. So where is more capacitance? In parallel. So more energy will be stored in parallel. Parallel combination of capacitors is required for storing greater energy. But that is just a sentence you have written. No. What is the reason behind? So this is the reason behind. Write down all of you. But again, it is true because we are assuming the voltage is same. Done, right? Okay. Right, fast. So remember, in parallel, capacitance increases. So energy stored will also increase. Now I'm going to do some very important concepts which will help you to get better marks in the next PTE. So concentrate. Suppose I have capacitor like this, and here I have air or vacuum. Okay, then how do I write capacitance? Very simple, epsilon naught A by D. D is this distance between the plates. A is this area, this area. See, actually it is a plate, no plate. So A means this area. Okay, students. Now, suppose I fill this space, with dielectric medium. Then every dielectric medium will have some dielectric constant. In that case, what will be your capacitance now? So now your capacitance will become K into epsilon naught A by D. So those two derivation we have done. Very good. K into C. What we are going to learn now, no need to write this. Already you have written. Now you write carefully. Suppose I have a capacitor like this. Look carefully. Then what I do, in this much thickness, T1 let me call it, I am putting one dielectric whose dielectric constant is K1. In another thickness, T2, I am putting another dielectric whose dielectric constant is K2. Please write with me, okay? Write with me, then it will be easy for you to follow. And here I put another dielectric T3 whose dielectric constant is K3. Then how to find the total capacitance? Let me first write the formula, because see, for exam we need formula only. I will explain it, don't worry, but first let us write the formula. So if they divide the space in this fashion, so please one thing you look carefully, what they have divided, the distance between the plates, this they have divided. Is the area divided? Is the area divided? No, area is common for all of them. This area is common for this also, for this also, for this also. Area is common. But what they have divided is this distance between the plates. Okay, students? So in this case, the formula for capacitance is epsilon naught A divided by T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2 plus T3 by K3. So this is the formula. If more is there, put more. Plus T4 by K4 plus T5 by K5. Like that you keep putting, no problem. So this is the formula to find the equivalent capacitance when they divide the space between the capacitor in this fashion. In this fashion means the distance D is divided T1, T2, T3 like that. Area is common. So area is common. So first memorize the formula, then I will explain how it comes. First write down. Okay. Write the formula. I am going to ask many questions based on these concepts, remember. Okay, even if I am not solving MCQs, I am doing lot of concepts. So based on that, I may ask you questions in the next PTE. Done, right? Done? This formula is done? Okay. So let me now explain how the formula will come. Now look carefully, students. Look carefully. This part I can think as one capacitor. This part as one capacitor, and this part as one capacitor. Now if I look carefully between this terminal and this terminal, these capacitors are in series or parallel. If I consider this as one capacitor, this as one capacitor, this as one capacitor, these three capacitors between these two terminals, I can imagine in series or parallel. In series, obviously. So since it is in series, I can write the formula 1 by Cs equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Correct now? And what will be this C1? Formula for this C1 we know. K1 epsilon naught A by distance between the plates. This is the distance now for this capacitor only. So T1. Similarly, C2 will be K2 epsilon naught A by T2, like that. You can write for C3 also. Now you substitute these two here. So what will be 1 by CS? 1 by C1. So it will be epsilon naught A, I can take common na everywhere. And I can write T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2 plus T3 by K3. Solpa outside I went. Yeah. You understood, no? Just substitute this C1 here. So this will be in the denominator, no? Denominator. This will be in the denominator. This will be T1 will be in the numerator. And then I have taken epsilon naught A common. So now if you take reciprocal, what will be CS? This will go up. And this bracket part will come down. So this is how you can easily derive the formula. But the derivation will not come for board exam. This is not there for board exam. So if you want to understand how this formula came, it is very easy. All these parts you think are in series. Because when I go from here to here, no junction. Okay, finished? So since you have understood this, all of you take your pen, paper out and try this problem now. Try this problem now. I have a capacitor whose capacitance is C in air. In air it is C. Okay. Now I am putting here in this much part. I am putting a dielectric constant K whose thickness is T. Area is A and this distance is D. Okay. So what will be capacitance of this capacitor, that you have to tell me. Okay, this I think you don't need to know this part. For this you find. So I'll rub this. Start solving. It may not be easy for you to write the answer, I think, because you may get some formula. It's okay. No need to write the answer, but just spend 1 minute, 2 minute time thinking how to solve capacitance of this. Everyone? And this one, only this is medium. Okay, this is nothing. So this part is nothing. So this part is, you can think air only. So keep trying. I will do here. Okay. So what is the formula? If you remember, C equals to epsilon naught A. Area is common, remember. T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2. Now look carefully. In this much thickness, what is the medium? This medium. How much dielectric constant? K in this much thickness. So I can write for this T, because this is the thickness, first thickness, divided by dielectric constant is K, plus T2 is the remaining thickness. Now look here, remaining thickness is how much? This and this together you can write, because this is also air, this is also air. So this is T, remaining thickness will be how much? Remaining D minus T. And what medium is here? Here and here, air. What is dielectric constant of air? 1. So 1. So this will give you epsilon naught A by T by K plus D minus T. Then if you want, you can take T common. Otherwise, you can keep it here also. Epsilon naught A by T common. Lakshmi, you have missed D. D you have missed. Okay, because in this much thickness, what is there? Dielectric. Remaining thickness is how much? This plus this. So this plus this will be how much? D minus T. You all understood, no? If this is 10 centimeter, if I put here dielectric of 3 centimeter, what will be the remaining thickness? Remaining thickness will be 7 centimeter. Yes or no? So remaining thickness will be D minus T. So remaining thickness is d minus t. And what is the medium here and here? Air. Air means what is the dielectric constant? 1. Everybody understood? If anybody wants me to explain again, you have to write, sir, please explain again. Don't feel bad. Don't think that others may feel irritated or something. You have to live your own life. You should not worry about other people. Your understanding should be clear. Okay. Bindushri? Okay, very good. Look here. So first of all, Bindushri and Saida and Rumana, this formula you understood what I derived before? This formula you understood, right? Which I derived before. When you divide the capacitance like this is the formula to write. Okay. Now you may think why I wrote 2 times only. Look here. How many mediums are there? This is one medium and other medium is air. Air. For air, what is the dielectric constant? 1. We all know that. If you don't know, please check our previous videos. So this has dielectric constant K. This remaining part is 1. So what is the first thickness? So T1 is T. K1 is the dielectric constant of that medium, which is how much? K. So this part I have done. Now T2. T2 is the remaining thickness. Remaining thickness will be how much? This is T, this is D. So this plus this is the remaining distance. Here also I explained. If this is 10, this is 3, remaining distance will be how much? 7. So T2 will be D minus T. T2 will be D minus T. And what is K2? Dielectric constant of the remaining part. What is the dielectric constant? Since it is air, it will be 1. So once you have found T1, K1, T2, K2, substitute. After substituting, you just, nothing is there. After that, divided by 1 means nothing, right? So I hope you all understood. So when you divide the space in this fashion, so here is air, here is dielectric, here is air. I can write separately also, this also, this also, this also. But why to do like that? Because you know this is also air, this is also air. If this is also air, this is also air, medium will be same only. So basically, how many media are there? How many mediums are there? 2 mediums. One is this dielectric and remaining is this air. So since there are only 2 media, write this formula in such a way that you have 2 terms. 2 terms. And what is T1? Thickness of one medium. What is this? Dielectric constant of one medium. T2, thickness of other medium. K2, dielectric constant of other medium. So here the other medium is what? Air. And for air, what is the dielectric constant? Bindushri, Saida, Rumana. One of you should tell me, what is the dielectric constant of air? Bindushri, Saida, Rumana, what is the dielectric constant of air? 1. So since it is 1, K2 will be 1. Okay, fine. So let me rub this. Try one more, okay? Try one more. So here is the capacitor. And this is D. This is D. Okay. And here dielectric constant is K. Here dielectric constant is 3K. Area is A. What is the capacitance? Chalo, try everybody. For this medium, you try. Very simple. Only 2 mediums I have given again. This total distance is 2D. Okay. So if you want, you can write D by 2, D by 2, D also. But I have written here DD. So you have to follow my question. See, in exam, you should write according to the question paper. You should not write according to what you know. So let me do it here. Epsilon naught A. Again, 2 mediums are there. T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2. So epsilon naught A divided by T1 is the first thickness which I have given D. Dielectric constant I have given K. T2 is the second thickness which is also D I have given. Dielectric constant is 3K. Then you can take here D by K common. So if you take D by K common, what will you get? 1 plus 1 by 3. 1 plus 1 by 3 is how much? 4 by 3. So 4 by 3. Right, students? Then this 3 will go up. So 3K epsilon naught A by B. Rakshita, you have to solve the problem. You have to solve the problem. You wrote only the formula. T1, T2 you have not substituted. 4D means what, ma? 1 plus 1 by 3 is 4 by 3, no? Oh, 4 is missing. Correct, correct. Sorry. Pratham, thank you. Bharat. So like this, you can easily solve, right? Everybody has done this problem. This is very simple, students. This you should be able to do. Okay. So like this problem, if it comes, you should be able to solve the problem. Okay. Now look carefully. Second concept you see. Suppose this is your capacitor, and this time I divide the space between them not this way. I divide it this way. This way. Okay, so this part, let me say, has some medium dielectric constant K1. This part is another medium dielectric constant K2. And this part is K3. Okay, students. Now you can see, if you think these three parts as capacitor, you can see everyone has same D. Distance is same this time. Distance is same. But area has been divided. So this area is A1, let's say. This area is A2. This area is A3. Okay. Then the formula for capacitance is epsilon naught by D K1 A1 plus K2 A2 plus K3 A3. So this is the formula. I will explain how it will come, but first you write the formula. So to know how this formula comes, look here. If you look at this part and you look at this part, it looks like this. First capacitor, this part. Then second capacitor here. Then third capacitor here. And you can see all these plates, this plate of the upper capacitor, this plate of the middle capacitor, this plate of the last capacitor, all of them are joined together. These are also joined together. So it is very clear that these three are in what now? These three are in parallel. See, so many students are already saying these three are in parallel now. Since they are in parallel, total will be what? C1 plus C2 plus C3. What will be capacitance of this? Epsilon naught, sorry, K1, epsilon naught A1 by D. This time D is same, D is same, D is same. D is same. Only area has been divided. So this total area is divided here A1, here A2, here A3. So if you look like this, so one will have this much area, second will have this much area, third will have this much area. Okay, students. C2 will be what? K2 epsilon naught A2 by D, and C3 will be K3 epsilon naught A3 by D. Then you can take what common? Epsilon naught by D common, answer will come. Right, first, I will give you one classwork now to try. First you finish it. Okay. So if it is done, try one simple problem. So this one I will give in a different way. Look carefully. Question, look carefully. I have a capacitor whose area is A, distance between them is D, and right now the medium is A. And that time the capacitance is C naught. Let me write C naught. So what is the capacitance right now? C naught. So the naught maybe represents it is air or nothing. Now what you have to do is, what I do next is, same capacitor I take, same capacitor, exactly in the middle, I put here one dielectric medium with dielectric constant K, another one 2K. You have to tell me what will be the capacitance of this, and the answer should be in terms of C naught. Chalo, try everyone. This is exactly in the middle. Answer should be in terms of this C naught. You cannot tell me the answer in terms of D and A like that. Okay, in terms of C naught you have to tell. Of course, K will also be there in the answer. K will also be there. So try everyone. Anyone got? So here again you can see distance is same. Area has been divided exactly in the middle. Nah? So if this is A, what will be this area? A by 2. What will be this area? A by 2. Because this area I have given A in the question. So if this area is A, if you divide equally in the middle, the upper part will have area A by 2, lower part will have area A by 2. Okay, so let us solve. What will be capacitance of this now? Since we are dividing it this way, what is the formula? Epsilon naught by D K1 A1 plus K2 A2. Correct, na? This is the formula. Just now I told. So this will be epsilon naught by D. Listen carefully. What is K1? Dielectric constant of the first medium, K. What is area of the upper part? A by 2. What is dielectric constant of the lower part? 2K. What is area of the lower part? A by 2. Right? So what will happen? This 2 and 2 I can cancel. Half plus 1. Ka will be common. Half plus 1 is 3 by 2. So C will be 3 by 2 epsilon naught A by D. But what is epsilon naught A by D? See, if somebody will say, what is the formula for this capacitance? Already we know in air what is the formula? Epsilon naught, this area divided by D. So it will be 3 by 2 C naught. So the option with 3 by 2 C naught, that you have to tick. I think I missed K, na? Huh? So 3 by 2 K C naught. So this part is array C naught. So you remember this part is your C naught. Right, students? So this is the formula for capacitance in air, whose area is A, distance is D. If you divide this way, this is what the derivation will give you the answer. I put K. And suppose in exam they tell you the value of K is 2, like that, suppose 2. Then put 2 here, 2 will cancel, answer will be 3 C naught. Like that, any question can be asked. So memorize the two formulas, students, depending on how the capacitor is divided. So let me just revise. If the plates are like this and you divide this way, like this, then you can see distance is different. Terminal is here, terminal is here. So these are the two plates, terminal is here. If you divide the space like this, then you are dividing D. Then the formula was epsilon naught A by T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2 plus dot dot dot, depending on how many parts you have done. Similarly, if this is the capacitor and you divide the space like this, then you are keeping distance same, but area you are dividing. Correct? Na? Area you are dividing. This will be A1, this will be A2, this will be A3. Understood? In this problem, I gave you only two parts, so it is very easy. Then what is the formula? Epsilon naught by D K1 A1, epsilon naught by D K1 A1 plus K2 A2 plus so on, depending on how many parts you do. Combination can also come for JEE Advanced and all. That we will see later. So first you write this, everyone. Okay. So what we will do now is, since you will be having PTE now for the next test, let us do entrance corner 2.5. Some very simple questions are there. It will be a good practice for everybody. Okay, students. So let us start. Entrance corner 2.5. Question number 1. Find the equivalent capacitance. See, whenever they say equivalent capacitance, you have to ask between which points. So they are saying between X and Y. So one terminal is here, X. One capacitor is here. One capacitor is here. One capacitor is here. Another capacitor is here, and that is terminal Y. This is 2 microfarad, 3 microfarad, and this is 5 microfarad, and this is 10 microfarad. So we have to find total capacitance. First you write the question, because I am going to solve it here only. Sir, what will be the formula if we divide it in the shape of square? Square matlab what ma? Square matlab like this. Square means I did not understand here. Okay. So suppose this is your capacitor. There are only two ways to divide. Either you can divide this way. Okay. Then your distance will be different. T1, T2, T3. And you can divide it like this also. Here like this, then here like this. Then area will be different. But this way, no, it's always difficult to see. That's why I draw lines. So if you divide this way, there is one formula. If you divide like this, there is another formula. If you are thinking what will happen if you divide this way, this way, that is very, very complicated. Still we will do. But such questions, students, such questions we will be solving separately. And I will be sharing with all of you, those especially who are aiming for JEE Advanced. For them, I will be sharing separately. Okay, in class, if I do such questions, no, it would be very lengthy. And most of the students are not interested for JEE Advanced. So no point doing for them. So most of you have already done the answer. So see how to do. These three capacitors are in what? These three capacitors are in. Deepika, are you listening? Deepika is there or not today in the class? Some of the students' name I remember. Deepika is not there, I think. No problem. So you look here. These three capacitors are in what? Parallel. So in parallel, what is the formula for equivalent capacitance? Just add. So 2 plus 3 plus 5. So total will be 2 plus 3 plus 5 will be 10 microfarad. And where will you keep this total capacitance? In between this terminal and this, remember, because these three are in parallel between these 2 points. Correct now? So once you have found the equivalent, you can replace these three. Replace Madi. Replace this tree by one capacitor here. 10. Whose total is 10. Now you see these two. These two are in what? These two are in series. So for series, what is the formula for total capacitance? C1, C2 by C1 plus C2. Because two of them are there. So this is 10. This is also 10. This is 10 plus 10. Will be 5. So answer is 5 microfarad. Okay. Fine, easy question. Just try to realize which are in parallel, then you replace it by one single capacitor, then you simplify. So the whole idea is like this. They will give you some complicated circuit. You have to keep simplifying the circuit by using series and parallel. Only in some cases you will not be able to decide. Neither it will be series nor it will be parallel. In such cases we have to use symmetry. But again, that is for advanced, okay? Which I will be teaching depending on the demand of the students. So now let us discuss next one. Question number 2. Very simple. Question number 2 also. Already I think most of you may have done it. So in question number 2, what they want? Equivalent capacitance between A and B. So where is A here? Then there is one more here. Then there is one more here. 1 microfarad, 1 microfarad, 1 microfarad, 1 microfarad, 1 microfarad. Okay, so already most of you are giving the answer. Very good. Even bio students are giving. Very good, very good. So look here. These two, why I said bio is because these concepts are already done for electronic students in first PU. So look here. These two are in parallel. So total will be C1 plus C2. So 1 plus 1 will be 2. Similarly, these two are in parallel. So since they are in parallel, total will be 1 plus 1, which will be 2. Right? Once you know that this total of these two is 2, then you can replace them by one capacitor. So here you can put now 2 microfarad, and here also you can replace it by one capacitor. See, this is how I will be doing in the class because there is no space to write everywhere the diagram. And this way you will easily understand also. So now you look these three. These three are in series. So here don't use C1, C2 formula because there are three capacitors. So here write properly. 1 by C total will be 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C2. So half plus half, 1, 1 plus 1, 2. So 1 by total capacitance is 2. So ulta you do. Ulta if you do, 1 by 2 you will get, which is 0.5 microfarad. Write down. Already so many students have answered. Easy question, right? Very easy. But easy also means it will come, okay? Don't think easy questions do not come. Okay, next question you see now. Question number 3. If anybody wants me to repeat, please tell me, okay? Find the capacitance of, this is slightly different now. Listen carefully. Find the capacitance of the capacitor C if the equivalent, so this time they are giving you the equivalent capacitance, matlab total capacitance, is 15 microfarad. Between which points? A and B. So this is A. Here is one more capacitor. This is B. So this is 10 microfarad. This is 10 microfarad. This we don't know. And total capacitance they have given. Total capacitance between A and B is given 15 microfarad. I'm not writing the units, but you should know units will be always there. Okay, now look here students, some of the students may be trying to see how to do it like that. And some of the students are already answering. So sometimes it will disturb you. So what you can do in such case is you switch off the chat box, right? You switch it off, you keep it separately, and then just see the solution. I will be doing a detailed solution. Whether others have done or not, it doesn't matter. Everybody has to understand. Okay, students. Then whenever you want to ask me the question, then again you bring it back. So let us solve this. Total is 15 this time. Now look here. These two are in parallel. So total of these two will be how much? 20 microfarad. Because parallel means you have to add. These two are in parallel. So in parallel, how do you find total capacitance? C1 plus C2, 10 plus 10. That will be 20. So this will be 20. This will be C. This we don't know. And here, this total they have told is 15. Now look carefully. These two are in what? These two are in what? Series. So the formula for total capacitance will be C1 C2 20C by 20 plus C. Yes or no? C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. But total capacitance they have given this time. This is 15 they have given. So 15 equal to 20C by 20 plus C. Then cross multiply. This will be 300 plus 15C equals to 20C. Right, students? Take 15C that side. What will you get? 5C. So C will be 300 by 5. Answer will be 60 microfarad. Okay. So Aram say, so this time they did not ask you the total capacitance. Be careful. They asked you the total they asked you one of the capacitance. One of the capacitance, but they gave you the total capacitance. So just find the formula for total capacitance. Substitute whatever they have given for total capacitance. Between which points? A and B. So you have to simplify this circuit first and then use the formula. If you check question number 4, see the diagram and tell me, are they in series or parallel or what? Because the diagram looks little bit funny. It is in series, remember. Okay. Question number 4 is very, very simple, but some students may get confused. So this terminal is P, wire is coming like this. Then one capacitor here, one capacitor here, one capacitor here, one capacitor here, then one capacitor here like this. Each one of them is 1 microfarad, 1 microfarad, 1 microfarad, 1 microfarad. See, many students may think, "Arey, what kind of diagram it is like that?" Arey, I told you how to know whether it is in series or parallel. From one terminal, you go to the last terminal. If you go like this, see, there is no junction anywhere. So why will the charge divide? So everywhere the charge will be same. And if everywhere the charge will be same, it will be in series. So since it is in series, total capacitance will be 1 by CS, will be 1 by C1, 1 by C2, 1 by C3, 1 by C4. Everybody is 1, 1, 1, 1. So it will be 1 by 4. Hey, somebody told 1 by 4. How is the answer 1 by 4? Huh? How is the answer? I want capacitance, not 1 by capacitance. So what will be cross multiplied? Capacitance will be 4 microfarad. This is in series, no? 1 by 1 plus 1 by 1 plus, oh sorry, this is 4. Sorry. This is 4. So it should be 1 by 4. Correct. Mistake. Correct only. Abhishek, no need to tell anybody else is wrong or right. Pankaj sir did wrong. So no need to tell others. Okay, Abhishek. Obviously, with the moment I saw 4 here, no, I was thinking, array in series, how you are getting more? In series, we should get less, no? So if you do such mistakes, no, you should think about the answer. Fine. Next question, let us do. Okay. In the next question, you will come to know why it is important to know between which points we want capacitance. So first write down. Very confidently, I was folding all of you, know. Okay, next question you see. Find the equivalent capacitance between A and B. So look carefully, first draw the circuit. Here 3 microfarad, here 9 microfarad, here 9 microfarad, here 9 microfarad. Now, if, look here, okay, great students, you are answering very nice, but now stop writing answers, everybody. Stop writing answers, I told Akshay, arey, all of you concentrate. If I give you a diagram like this, and I tell you, find the capacitance of this circuit, is it meaningful or not meaningful? Tell me quickly. if I give you a circuit like this, and I tell you find the capacitance of this circuit, it is meaningless because you are not telling me between which terminals I have to find. So it is very important to know between which terminals. So same circuit, in this question they told between terminals A and B. And where is A and B? Here. This is A, this is B. So what you should imagine is, if I want between these two or between these two, the same wire only, no? So between these two, if I want, what you do, you always imagine a battery like this. If you find difficult, then see the charges, how they will come. Charge will come like this. Some charge will go here, Q1. Some charge will go here, Q2. And that Q2 will go everywhere here. See. Why? Because this Q2 will not divide. This Q2 will not divide, students. So whatever total charge will come, some will go here, some will go here. So this Q2 will not divide. That means it is very important to understand that if you put battery here, this is how the charges will flow. Matlab these three, since they will have same charge, no junction, these three will be in series. Arthaita? So now forget the battery. The battery was just drawn to know how the charges will flow. Once I have come to know, see the diagram now. So this will be 3. This is my terminal A, terminal B, and these three are in series. What is the formula for series? 1 by CS. 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9. Check carefully if I do mistakes. 3 by 9. Ulta. So not ulta. 1 by 3. Ulta will be 3. So the total of this 3 capacitor is 3. So I can replace this 3 capacitor by 1 capacitor. Understood? 3. Now you can see these two are in parallel. So what will be the total capacitance between A and B now? Between A and B. Since it is in parallel, it will be C1 plus C2. 3 plus 3. Answer is 6 microfarad. Okay, so it is important to know why these three are in series. Once you know these three are in series, then you find the total, then substitute here, then those two are in parallel. Okay, before I continue the next question, same circuit I will give, but in a different way. First you write this. Okay, done? Everyone done? Actually, some of you have already answered also. Done? Okay. Yeah. So now look here, same question. Same question. 3 microfarad, 9 microfarad, 9 microfarad, 9 microfarad. Okay, but this time I want equivalent capacitance between this and this, not between this and this. So this is extra question. Okay, so this one how to do? Again, students, see, circuit is same, but capacitance will now be, it will change now. Why it will change? Because you have changed the terminals. So now think there is a battery here. If there was a battery here, how will the charges flow? Charges will come like this, and then divide here Q1, divide here Q2, and here Q1, Q1, Q1. So here Q1, here Q2, 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 here Q2. So you can see these two will have no junction. These two will carry same charge. These two will carry same charge. Understood? So once you find how charges are flowing, once you know how charges are flowing, you will get idea. You will get idea that, forget the charges now. So between this terminal A and this terminal B. So you know that these two are in series. And these two are also in series, separately but. So what will be total here? CS will be here. 3 into 9, 3 plus 9. Yes or no? 27 by 12. So numbers are not coming very nicely, but this will have some capacitance which will be 27 by 12. Which formula I applied? C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. Similarly, these two are also in series. So here what will be the answer? 9 into 9, 9 plus 9. That will be 9 by 2. Then once I found these two, you know that you can replace these two by one capacitor here, like this, these two, whose value is 27 by 12. Similarly, these two can be replaced by one capacitor, whose value is 9 by 2. Between which terminal? A and B. Now you can see these two are in what? Parallel. Not parallel. Parallel is my friend's name. This is parallel. So total will be 27 by 12 plus 9 by 2. This you can solve. Okay, students? So some of you are saying 27 by 4. Maybe it is correct. Check it out nicely. So again, what did you learn from here? You learned from here that just giving the circuit is not enough. You have to ask me between which points. Same circuit can have different capacitance depending on between which points I want. So in the next PTE, please be careful and try to answer properly. Finished? Finished? Done, right? Rufia has answered. Very good. Archana has answered. Okay. The next question is taken from NCERT exemplar. NCERT, not textbook. NCERT exemplar. See how many things we are doing. Our EduShine team is doing. We are doing NCERT exemplar. We are doing NEET also, JEE also. So these NCERT exemplar questions are very important, especially for NEET students and for JEE also. But for NEET students, it is very important. This nowadays I have seen that they are picking questions from NCERT textbook and NCERT exemplar directly. Okay, students. So please concentrate on this NCERT exemplar questions. Let us read question number 7. Please try question number 6. Homework. Very simple it is. Oh, no. Question number 6 I want to do because they are talking about charge. So let me solve question number 6. It is a good question. Look here. For the circuit shown below, a potential difference of 20 volt is applied between A and B across points A and B. So here is A. Here is one capacitor, 2 microfarad. Here is one capacitor, how much? 3 microfarad. And here is one capacitor, 5 microfarad. So they are applying a potential difference of how much they told? 20 volt. Between which point? A and B. So this is your total voltage. What they want? Charge on 2 microfarad capacitor. So search where is 2 microfarad capacitor? Here. So they want charge here. Charge. Okay, let me write just charge right now. Charge. Symbol I will decide. Symbol I will decide later. So first what we will do, students, we will try to find the total charge coming from the battery. Total charge coming from the battery. And to find the total charge, what I should do? First find the total capacitance. So total capacitance will be how much? Directly we can do now. You have become expert. See here. 2 and 3 are in parallel. Yes or no? 2 and 3 are in parallel. So total will be how much? 2 plus 3, 5. And that 5 and this 5 are in series. So it will be 5 into 5 divided by 5 plus 5. Everybody understood this part, no? So that will be equal to 5 by 2, which is 2.5 microfarad. So now students, don't try to draw diagram. Don't rub this and put one more capacitor. So fast you try to do, because we have spent so much time doing slowly. So why do you do things slowly in the beginning? So that later you can do it fast. Whole life you can't do slowly, no. So once you know these two, total is 5 and 5 are in series. So in series, this will be the total capacitance. That means I can replace this circuit like this. So the total capacitance is 2.5 microfarad. And how much voltage was applied? 20 volt. Correct or not? So I want this charge which is coming from the battery. So now see, since I have found a single capacitor which can replace this 3 capacitor. Now here I can apply my formula of capacitor. What is the formula for capacitor? Q equal to CB. So for this capacitance I can write Q equal to C into applied voltage. So total charge coming from the battery will be total capacitance into applied voltage. Applied voltage is 20. So it will be 2.5 into 20. So it will be 5 microcoulomb. Correct na? 50 or 5? 50, huh? Yes, 50 microcoulomb. Because 1 0 was there, right? Okay. So now I have found how much charge is coming from here. Now that charge will divide here. Some will go Q1, some will go Q2. Oh, this part in the beginning we did today. So if you have done this part, I will rub it, or maybe I will do here. Shall I do it this side? Okay. Now look here. This Q1 I want. Now I know that this total charge Q, I can write Q1 plus Q2. So I can write Q1 plus Q2 is the total charge. What is the total charge? 50. This I know. Correct na? And if you remember, these two are in parallel. So in parallel, voltage will be equal, but charge will divide in direct ratio or inverse ratio of capacitance. Quickly tell me. In parallel, charge will divide in direct ratio of capacitance or inverse ratio. Direct ratio. Very good. That means this Q1 by Q2. This Q1 by Q2, I can write C1 by C2, which is 2 by 3. This I did today in the morning. Morning time we did. Now it is afternoon, I know. Morning time we have done. So this is Q1 by C. If I call this C1, if I call this C2, already I have told you Q1 by Q2 will be C1 by C2. So now look here, you know the ratio, you know the sum. So what will be Q1? 2 total of these two, fifth of total charge. Total charge is 50. So answer is 20 microcoulomb. Those who don't know this, Are Baba, substitute. Find Q2 from here. Cross multiply. Find Q2. Substitute here. Substitute here. And then you solve. You will get this. But this will give you the answer fast. If you know ratio and if you know sum, this will give you answer fast. So this charge will be how much? 20 microcoulomb. That is the answer. What will be charge here? Don't do calculation. 30. Why are you doing calculation? 50 is coming from here. 50 is coming from here. 20 is going there. So 30 will go here. How much will be here? How much will be here? 50. Very good. So you are getting prepared nicely for your next PTE. I want everyone to get good marks. First, you write nicely. Okay. So first find the total charge coming. Then you see how the capacitors are connected. Then you know some charge will divide. In parallel, you know Q1 by Q2 will be C1 by C2. Okay. Let us see question number 7. Very interesting question. No calculation. No calculation. Micro. Charge will be coulomb. Sanjana, charge will be in coulomb always. Since they said charge, it will be coulomb. Right? That is how we write unit. Okay. If you put unit in the middle while calculating, it will be very difficult. So better to do the calculation first. Then at the end, you see the left side. What happened? Oh, cha. Now I understood, Sanjana, what you are saying. Okay. So the options are given in microfarad. That is obviously mistake. If somebody will say, what is the time today? And they say time today right now is 10 kg 3 gram. Then you know that person has done mistake. Okay. Question number 7, you see, everybody. Simple question, but conceptual. So listen carefully. In the circuit shown in figure, initially K1 is closed and K2 is open. First, I should draw the diagram. So here is a battery. Here is one key, okay, key. Switch. You can think of this as switch. Here is one capacitor. Here is another key. Then here there is one more capacitor. Okay. This is C1. This is C2. Now listen carefully what they are saying. In the circuit shown in the figure, initially K1 is closed and K2 is open. So K1 is closed means this is like this, closed, and this is open. Meaning this part will be useless. This part will be useless. Why? Because the charge will flow only here. Charge will flow only here. Why, sir? Charge will flow only here? Because this is open. Whenever there is open in the circuit, next chapter you will come to know resistance will be infinite. Next chapter, but because there will be air here, air. And air will offer infinite resistance, so current will not flow. But this I will teach you in next chapter, which is current electricity. Right now, I think you know from school concepts also. If this is open, there cannot be any current in this part. So right now, charge will flow like this. So this will get charged. And if the voltage here is V, this will be also V. Okay, right now. Now what they are doing, after it has been charged fully, then the current will stop. You know that. Once the capacitor is fully charged, then there will be no more current, but this will have some charge Q, this will have minus Q. Now let us read the question. The key K1, now this key K1 is opened, and then K2 is closed. Take Q1 dash and Q2 dash as charges on C1 and C2, V1 and V2 as voltage. Then what are the right options they are saying? Charge on C1 gets distributed such that V1 is equal to V2. Charge on C1 gets distributed such that Q1 dash is equal to Q2 dash. Both A and B are true only if C1 is equal to C2. Both A and B are always what? Are always true, they should say, no? Okay, so look here. Very simple question. Look here. Till here you understood, everybody? So this is the situation. This is the situation when K1 is closed, K2 is open. So this is the initial situation. No charge will come here. This will get charged, right? Because battery is connected. Now students, okay. Now see. When this is open, then the diagram will look like this now. Like this. C1, C2. Yes or no? And right now this has some charge, this has voltage, this has zero charge. And this will have zero voltage right now, the moment you connect. But why I did not draw battery now, students? Now, because now K1 is open. K1 is open now. So if K1 is open, battery is useless now. Forget the battery. Now look here. This is not allowed. Why this is not allowed? Because these two are in parallel. In parallel, voltage must be same. So what will happen? Charge has to flow from here to here. This Q, whatever charge it got from the battery, that charge will be distributed equally. Be careful. Charge may not be distributed equally. I will check now. So this charge will start flowing here. Till, according to question they told, this has charge Q1 dash, this has charge Q2 dash, and this has voltage V1, this has voltage V2. This is what they told in the question. So now you know in parallel what should be same. V1 should be V2. Yes or no, students? And whatever charge was there Q, this Q will be shared, will be transferred. From where to where? From higher potential to lower potential, right? Okay. Can I say Q1 dash will be equal to Q2 dash? What is the formula for Q1 dash? Q1 dash charge here, C1 into V1. And what is the formula for Q2 dash? C2 into V2. Yes or no, students? Q1 dash will be what? C1 into V1. Q2 dash will be what? C2 into V2. But in parallel, V1 and V2 should be same. Even if it is not same, it will become same. It will become same. Charges will keep flowing till potential must be equal. Okay. So V1 must be equal to V2. Now look here. If these two are equal and C1, C2 are also equal, if C1, C2 are also equal, let us assume if C1, C2 are also equal, then what will happen? Then Q1 dash will be also equal to Q2 dash. So which are the correct options? Options. A is correct or not? Charge on C1, this Q, gets redistributed till when? Till this V1 will be equal to this V2. Till voltage will be equal in parallel. Is it compulsory that charge should be equal? Sanjay R is asking. Okay, I will explain once more, Sanjay. Look here. So no problem. I will explain once more. Okay, Sanjay, listen carefully. So first what they told, let us repeat once more. No problem. Those who have understood, enjoy, revise. Look carefully. First they told this is closed. This is open. If this is open, no charge will go here. Matlab, this will get charged. I don't know how much charge it will get. Let us assume Q. And it will have some voltage, which will be same as this battery's voltage. Because in parallel, this voltage will be equal to this voltage. So charges will keep flowing till this voltage and this voltage will be equal. Remember that putting air inside the tire. Air will keep going till the pressure inside and the pressure which you are applying. Those two pressures should be equal. Okay, Sanjay, so till here, this is the story. Now what they did, they opened this. So if you open this, this part is useless now. Now they have closed. So if you close this, what will happen? This is high potential. This is no potential, no potential. Right now, no potential. So what will happen? Charge will flow. Charge will flow. So this will become Q1 dash, they told, according to question. This will become Q2 dash. And this voltage they told V1. It will lose voltage now because charge is going now. So its voltage will decrease. So this voltage will decrease. This voltage will increase. Till when? Till when? Sanjay, you tell me. How long charges flow? Till when? Sanjay R. If I have two conductors with different potential, till potentials are equal. So till V1 equals V2. So this charge, whatever charge was there initially, that will be redistributed. So this is compulsory. 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 Spelling I forgot. Compulsory. This is law of physics, nature's law. Nature wants the potential to be equal. When you pour water in a U-tube, the level must be same. If it is not same, water will keep flowing till the level is same. So potential must be equal. However, it is not nature's law that charges also should be same. Because charge here will be what formula? C1 into voltage V1. And charge here will be what formula? C2 into V2. Right? So you know V1 and V2 are equal. So if somebody says this capacitance and this capacitance are equal, this is 2, this is 5. This is also 2, this is also 5. In that case only, I can say charges also will be equal. But this is compulsory? No. This is only true when capacitances are equal. This is compulsory. Okay? Sanjay, understood? Okay, students. So we will stop for today. Another very good question was there actually. 8 and 9 are very good question. But I don't have time to do it. So we will do it next class. Okay? Actually, I wanted to do question number 8 and 9, but some other day we'll do. Thank you. Some other day means next day only. Okay. So please study nicely. If you get any doubts, please message me. I have seen some students have already started asking doubts and all, which is very good. And keep looking at your Google Classroom. Some few things will be mentioned. Okay. Take care. Have a good day. I'll end the meeting. Okay, students? Which is correct option? Two options are correct. Prakruti, this question is multiple correct option question. Multiple option. Okay, so in NEET exam, what they may do, one of the option they may remove. Okay, Prakruti. So I thought I will put this question also because it is interesting, na? It's an interesting question. So that's why I thought let us do it. For JEE Advanced students, how many of you are JEE Advanced students here? Outside AAC? AAC students, no need to answer. I know. So anyone who are JEE Advanced students can raise your hand. Shreyas from New, very good. Okay. So those who are JEE Advanced students, I will be separately making some videos for you people and sharing with everybody. I will share with everyone, but it is specially for you people. Okay. So thank you. I'll end the meeting now. Stop saying thank you. Otherwise, I will not be able to reply. Yeah.